Hello.
Welcome back, yet again,
Yes.
to the chair.
The chair.
The chair.
The chair.
Yeah, so this week we're going to be
Chair.
reviewing a few movies that a couple of you suggested.
On the chair.
On the chair. It's quite a nice comfy chair.
You're listening to chair.
But yes, so I'm Adrian, and I'm going to be reviewing, it's only going to be like a sort of skimming review, I suppose, of the Dark Knight trilogy and Avengers Assemble. So,
Woo!
yeah, John's looking forward to it. No, you guys are. So, yeah, I'm going to start off with the Dark Knight trilogy, I think. So,
Starting with Batman Begins.
yeah, well, Batman Begins, it was sort of like a nice little introduction into it, I suppose. Wouldn't say it's my favourite one of them all, but, you know, it had the basic sort of storyline and the classic shitty little bit of love interest that for some reason has to be in every single film when you can't call it a film.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen absolutely every single Batman ever? Like with all the, like even with Val Kilmer and everything?
What do you mean? Like,
from like the 90s, 80s and all that?
No, I've not seen all of the original. I've seen a couple of them, but only sort of like what used to be like on really late in the evening or stupidly early in the morning.
Sure they weren't pornos?
Yeah. Well, you'd think they were, the way that like all the
Batty
music
Man.
and stuff, yeah.
No,
To the Batmobile.
No, my favourite ever out of all of them, obviously, is Dark Knight, 'cause Heath Ledger was amazing, but out of the original ones, it was the one with Uma Thurman, where she played Poison Ivy, and you had Arnold Schwarzenegger, who played Frostman, or whatever his name was, and you had the original Bane. He was fantastic. That was George Clooney, I think.
Alright.
Yeah, that was okay.
I've never really got too much into the Batman films. The only reason I chose to review the Batman trilogy is because I ended up buying the trilogy and ended up watching them all, so I figured I might as well. And seeing as you hadn't watched it, so you couldn't review it.
No, I've only seen Dark Knight.
But yeah, no, I'd probably agree with you that Dark Knight is my favourite, just because it was the most action-packed, I reckon, even more than Dark Knight Rises. And yes, Heath Ledger was amazing, especially when he does his little pencil magic trick.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, he's absolutely hilarious.
Now I'm going to make this disappear.
Yeah, and yeah, he was just an amazing actor. And didn't he die like halfway through filming or something like that?
Through the next one, the one where he played like oh, it was like a weird hippie trippy movie. I can't remember what it's called. It's like The Wonderful World of Mr. Emporium.
Oh yeah, it was after that, wasn't it? Yeah, because I wasn't sure if it was that or if it died halfway through the Batman film.
No, he made that,
but, yeah,
and he was just filming that because they had to get Johnny Depp, Colin Firth, and Jude Law to play the rest of his parts.
Yeah, because didn't they use like quite a lot of CGI to still make it look like him, which I think is quite cool that they sort of carried it on.
Such a shame he died though. Could you picture how like massive he'd be now with the fame of that on him?
Yeah, definitely.
He'd be huge. Broke Butt Mountain 2 would probably be out there.
But yeah, no, so yeah, Dark Knight Rises has definitely got to be my favourite. The main reason I like that one is just all the gadgets and stuff he uses, but...
More than Iron Man?
No.
What?
But, yeah, no, and Dark Knight Rises, I watched it about, probably about a month ago, and literally I could not stop laughing throughout the entire film just because of Bane's voice.
Oh, okay.
And not only that, because I when I watched it again, it was about the second time I watched it, just because I couldn't remember half because I fell asleep for it the first time. But since watching it the first time, watching it the second time, I saw a spoof on the internet where they'd taken his voice and he was talking about calories and strawberries and everything else. And that's all I could think about every time I saw
So it was like
talking.
a fitness nut.
Yeah, and it's just hilarious. But I would like to know what's under Bane's mask, just because I bet he's got like some mega gap tooth or something like that. Like
he's got one tooth.
He's got one tooth and it's really crooked, and you know.
And it speaks.
Yeah.
Hey girl, what you doing?
Yeah, it's probably got some sort of hair lip under there as well. You know. But
actually, he is a very good actor.
he was brilliant.
Thomas Jane, Tom Hardy. Thomas Jane, fuck's sake. Yeah, Tom Hardy.
I don't even take note of half the actors' names in half the
Oh,
films
he's
I watched,
fantastic
but-
in... There not many people I know liked it, but I did, so fuck it. He was really good in This Means War.
Right, okay.
The rom-com.
Yeah.
He was so funny in that. The best scene is when he takes Reese Witherspoon, he's like hitting on her and trying to show her that he's the more macho one and the more caring and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So to prove he's like better, whatever, much better, he takes her to like this paintballing obstacle course, and it's just him. He's like in his
I know what
30s.
film you mean now.
Yeah. And
Oh,
she's
that's
like,
brilliant.
oh my god, what's going on? And he's like fucking owning all these 11-year-olds.
He's literally beating the crap out of them, isn't he? My favourite bit was when he jumps onto the roof of that bunker and throws in a paintball grenade, and it just explodes, and suddenly he's got all these kids
They're all like
walking out.
cowering in there. There's like 10 of them. They're like, holy shit. The next thing you
Because he's literally punching these kids in the face. But yeah.
Sorry, back to Batman. Sorry.
Well, to be fair, that's probably a much better film than two of the Batmans. But yeah, I think overall it's, I don't know, they're alright. There's been better films. There's been a lot better films. But yeah, like we touched on last time, he's just a billionaire that beats up on street crime.
Like Iron Man. Crap, innit?
He doesn't. Iron Man doesn't beat up on street crime.
No?
He beats up on intergalactic space noobs and his old father's boss guy that decided to make a shitty replica suit. But yeah, no. So Dark Knight Rises, it's all right if you watched all the old cartoons and whatever else and fancy Batman, I suppose, and like bats and black stuff and people that talk like this. So
I just shit myself. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything more about that. Wasn't my.
Why? What does Bane sound like? I haven't actually seen the movie.
I'm not even going to try and
No, go on.
it. No.
No, go on.
Why?
Please.
Just why?
Go on. You did Batman.
Yeah,
just
but,
like this.
Yeah, but everyone can do Batman because it's just grumbling your voice.
You sound like a dirty old man.
If you want some, if you want, I know someone who can impersonate Bane pretty well. Just you'll have to go talk to Michael Payne. He can do it really well.
All right.
So yeah, you'll have to ask him.
Yeah, but I want you right now to do it.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Oh god.
No.
Does he talk all like this?
More or less.
Oh my god. Are you being serious?
Yep.
He's got a really high voice.
Yeah, he's got a fairly high pitched voice.
Someone that hench and everything and
Exactly.
like, come on guys, let's do this.
That's why I couldn't help but laugh throughout the entire film. But yeah, so that's that. That's the end of that one.
Yeah.
Well, them three. Alright, so my personal favourite film for the past few years, or out in the past few years, has to be Avengers Assemble. It's awesome. Now, if I could stop there, that would be amazing, but I suppose I'm going to have to go into detail, aren't I?
Well, why do you think it's amazing? Or awesome,
why do
sorry.
I think it's amazing? Well, literally, they're four massive nuts that don't get on together at all and constantly arguing and bickering, and it's constantly hilarious. It's the perfect blend of comedy and action, and you couldn't go wrong with it. There's only a couple of bits that really wound me up, and I think we touched on this a couple of podcasts back, which was when Iron Man and Thor were fighting it out and properly having a good old brawl in the woods. And I literally could have watched that fight go on all day, but Captain America came in and jumped in and ruined the entire thing.
Come on guys, stop fighting.
Yeah, he's like, put the hammer down. And Thor's like, you want me to put the hammer down? And yeah,
I love your impressions.
yeah, but before that fight as well. Yeah, sorry guys, but a few spoilers here. But when Iron Man and Thor first land down in the woods before they start fighting, Robert Downey Jr. goes to Thor. He's like, starts doing like Shakespeare in the Park. And he's like, does mother know you weareth her drapes? It's just like really properly winding him up. And then yeah, that's when Thor starts getting a bit pissed. So yeah, and then like I say, Captain America or Captain Bender comes along and it's like, stop fighting, guys, stop it, we gotta work together. So yeah, that's the only bit I didn't really enjoy.
I've never seen it, and he passed me the cover a minute ago, and my first question was, why the fuck is Scarlett Johansson in it? Who the hell does she play? She's an awful actress.
The only reason they
can't
put her in it
stand
is
her.
because they needed a woman in it that looked good in tight leather, basically.
So Mila Kunis wasn't available?
No, unfortunately.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, but yeah, she did the job alright. And if you're really pervy, then you'll notice when she's fighting in her chair, in the warehouse, when she bounces up and down in the chair, her boobs go bouncing quite nicely.
Oh,
so yeah,
there we go.
On a slightly pervy note, but
there we go, Dan.
yeah.
He's going to skip to that right now.
But yeah, I think Hawkeye was a good little addition. We saw him in. We just about saw him in the first Thor film, or the only Thor film at the moment. But yeah, he was. I don't know if you remember when Thor breaks in to go and get his hammer back, and
What, in actual Thor?
in actual Thor,
Yeah.
when he breaks into the facility where his hammer's located.
That's amazing, that fight.
And you know that guy they send up onto the big
With
thing?
the arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Hawkeye in that film.
Ah, the one
So-
from Bourne Legacy, which is a terrible movie.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think it's quite good. I especially liked all the extra little gadgets he had on his quiver. But no,
Oh,
yeah,
right.
he was quite cool. I just absolutely love Samuel L. Jackson. You can't beat him. He's got to be next to
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, next to Morgan Freeman, he's got to be like them two are the two best black guy actors.
No!
Yeah.
Will Smith.
Yeah, but
Get out. Go on, get out.
they're the best two big movie black actors.
Well, no, Denzel Washington, you got Wesley Snipes, you got...
Alright, in my opinion...
Hang on, Blade? Weslly Snipes, Blade, that's amazing.
Okay, I've just given a really bad example there, but... Okay, they're two of my favourite anyway, but yeah. So if... Yeah, that would have been amazing if they put Morgan Freeman in the Avengers. Can you imagine that? That would have been hilarious.
Well, he's in Batman, so...
Yeah, I
He
suppose
could've
that's
done
why
it.
they couldn't have done it, because... Is Batman Marvel as well, or is Batman DC?
I think Batman's DC.
Yeah, I think
Comment
it is,
below.
isn't it? Yeah, the Hulk, I think's hilarious in that film, because... Oh, what is it? He comes falling from the sky at one point, and he crashes down into this building, and he wakes up to find this old guy standing there looking at him naked. And this old guy just throws him a pair of jeans. It's just like... What is he? He's asking if he's an alien, and Hulk replies no. And he's like, "Well, son, you've got a condition." But yeah, it was that Iron Man. Yeah, he's just a dog's nuts. You know, he's I think my favourite Iron Man moment was probably when he gets thrown out of his own sort of like top floor on his building. Gets thrown out, and then the next Mark of suit shoots out after him and latches onto him mid-air, and then he stops about a metre away from these people's faces, down on the ground, and it's hilarious because obviously he's got them massive thrusters on his hands and feet and stuff, but you just see these people just like looking up, but in reality if that had happened they would have had their faces scorched off, and they would have been they wouldn't have been effing and blinding at him because they wouldn't be able to see, but yeah, but so many good moments. My favourite bit's got to be when they finally catch Loki at the end, and Hulk breaks into him, and Loki starts moaning on about how he's a god and this, that, the other, and he's just about to go into a rant, and Hulk grabs him by the legs and starts smashing him left and right over and over again.
Nice.
I think it's for about 10 seconds or so, and then you literally just hear Loki laying on the ground just like screeching under his breath because he can't actually scream, and yeah, that's got to be my favourite bit.
I can't wait for Thor 2.
But yeah, Thor 2 does look like it's going to be a good film.
It's called like The Dark Side of the Moon or something like that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see because I know they did mention about it at one point about having a Black Widow film and a Hawkeye film independently, because they're going to because they wanted to make a sort of build-up film for all of them. I think they're going to do some films for them just before the next Avengers film, which I think they've said they want to bring out either next year or 2015.
Alright.
But yeah.
I might have watched the first one by then. I don't know.
Yeah, you're going to have to have watched it because it's amazing, and 4 is really good. If you do like 4, then you will like Avengers.
I think he's a very good actor. Oh, excuse me.
That's right, especially the film between the fight between Thor and Iron Man. You will absolutely love that. But yeah, I think overall Avengers Assemble is got to be the best film, not the best action superhero film in the past God knows how many years.
Mm.
And I would highly recommend it to anyone to watch it. And I mean, I'm one of these people that hates watching films over and over again because it ruins the film for me, and you just get bored of it.
Mm.
And then you're gonna look like one of them sad saps that knows every single line in the movie, and you're just sitting there just like miming it as you're going along.
Mm.
So I hate that. But Avengers Assemble, I've watched it sort of 2 dozen times already, and
I've got a friend like that.
I just don't get bored of it. It's the only film I've ever been able to do that with.
I've got a friend who literally does nothing except when a movie comes out with Colin Firth in it, she will watch like 50,000 times until it's literally stretched, and then she'll go out and buy another one.
Yeah.
You know who you are, you'll be listening.
I never really liked Colin Firth to begin with, but he sort of came out of his shell a bit, I think, in the end. But yeah, no, Avengers, amazing film. Everyone should go out and watch it. If you haven't seen it already and you're like John, then really you need to go out and watch it because you've been living under a rock.
Thanks for that.
That's okay. I mean, you've got no excuse because you told me you've got the DVD downstairs, so...
True. Yeah, I'm using it as a coaster. No, I'm not really.
But no, yeah, so Avengers Assemble, absolutely amazing. Compared to Dark Knight...
What out of 10?
What out of 10? About 12 out of 10.
12? Okay. Brilliant.
So compared to Dark Knight Rises, the Dark Knight trilogy, the Dark Knight trilogy is just a pile of poo, basically. But,
nice.
But I know that, Troy, if you're listening to this, which you probably are, you're going to completely disagree with me and probably have a massive go at me at work. So, yeah, I'll look forward to that. So, yeah, that's my sort of mini review of them 2 films. So, yeah.
That's that.
We'll call that for that. So, yeah, this has been Adrian at the movies, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, so hope you enjoyed, and like and give me comments. Yeah.